Since I'm going to Vegas, I thought I'll show you a very simple method to count cards. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to count cards when I go to Vegas, but if you want to, you can use this method to help you count cards. But it's not illegal to count cards. There's no law saying you can't count cards in a casino. That's not true. But what is true is that casinos don't like losing money, so they might ask you to leave. Maybe they beat you up. I don't know if that really happens, but I don't really want to find out. But without further ado, let me show you this method. So this method is very simple. A certain range of cards has specific values, has a plus 1, 0, or negative 1. So 2 through 6 has a plus 1, 7 through 9 has a 0, then 10 to ace has a minus 1. Now 10, jack, king, queen, they're all the same value. They're all 10. An ace could be a 1 or 11. Okay, so you do want to have an ace. That's a really good card to get 21 right away. So what happens is this. Wherever cards are being played, you're going to count them. You're going to have this running count because if you see a jack, you'll be like, okay, negative 1. Okay, negative 1. You see another jack, you're like, negative 1 plus negative 1 is negative 2. So you keep adding the count because the more positive the number is, you know that there's more high cards in the deck still. But if your count is more negative, that means that there's only small values left. And so that's what the number is telling you. So maybe you're starting a new round and you have a count of 20, plus 20, not negative 20, plus 20. You're like, okay, wait, there's a good chance that 10s are coming out, so I should probably bet high. And so that's the idea behind it. But what the hard part is making sure that you're counting fast enough to keep up with the game. Because if you're going too slow, you're not going to be able to get a good count. But also, they use like 8 decks in one of those shoots. So you have to be able to count a lot, but you also want to start playing blackjack when the shoot is right brand new. They just refill the shoot, and so that's your best option to make this running count work. Because what happens is, say if you come into the game and half the shoot's gone, you don't know what cards have been played. If they're tens, aces, twos, threes, sevens, you have no idea what's been played. So your count's not going to be really accurate because you have no idea what cards have been played. So you're like, okay, I'm just guessing. I think this is right, but you might be totally wrong. But counting is going to be the hardest thing. So say for example, no, yeah, 1 minute. The game may last like a minute. So here you have a 5, so that's a plus 1, right? So plus 1, 5, plus 2, so you have 2. So there you're gonna go back to 1. Then you go back to 2. Go back to 1. That's a 0, so you have a 1. That's going to be negative 1, right? So you have a 0. Your total count right now is 0. So right now, you wouldn't know what to really bet because you're like, it's kind of in the middle. I might just bet safe. So now we have negative 1. We have 0. We have negative 1. We have 0. We have 0. We have negative 1. We have... I just find it funny, my bad. 0, negative 1. 0, positive 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1. And so, it's really hard to get a good idea on what you should be betting in the early stages because your count's not going to be really that accurate. It's only when you go through a couple games or if there's a lot of people playing, your count's going to get more accurate because you want the more cards to be played so you know exactly that your count is true. If you play one hand and only 6 cards have been played and you have like a negative 1, that's not really a good indication to bet a lot, right? Because only 6 cards have been played out of, maybe like 100 cards or so, hundreds of cards. And so that's why you want to make sure that, a couple games have gone by that you have a good number in your head. You're like, okay, negative 10. So that means not that many, high cards are left still. So maybe I should just play it safe and just go with, small bets. And so, yeah, so that's how you count cards with a high-low method. It takes time to get used to being able to add that quickly, add and subtract. That's the hardest thing. And people ask me this all the time. Believe it or not, like, oh man, you can memorize the cards under a minute, da da da. People are like, I'm like, yeah. But like, wow, you could count cards really easily. I'm like, no, I can't, because the way I memorize a deck of cards is I memorize the exact order, like on the screen, right? 1 to 52. The decks of cards that they play, the hands in blackjack, I don't need to memorize the order that the cards are appearing in. That's irrelevant. I just need to know the value. So memorizing cards this way doesn't really help you as much in blackjack than most people think, or counting cards in general. So I just want to make sure I clear that up because memorizing deck of cards doesn't instantly mean, hey, you can count cards really easily. You might be able to remember that number in your head really easily, but besides that, this won't help you, just memorize or count all the cards at the blackjack tables. So hopefully you found this video fun and enjoyable. Maybe you might have cards, with your friends or something. Who knows? But if you go to any casino, you should not hear anything from me. I know I never said to use this or not. I'm just saying you could. Okay, it's an option. I'm not held responsible for what happens. But yeah, I thought it'd be something fun to share since I'm going to Vegas, and that's what everyone's been telling me. Like, oh, you're going to Vegas, you should be counting cards. Go count cards, go to casino. And so I thought it'd just be a fun video to make. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.